During firefighting, there is oftentimes destruction of property, injury, and loss of life. How would you react and cope with this? There are going to be times when we will encounter people on their worst days. That is why they call 911. We will be faced with people with injury, death, and destruction of property. We're there to do a job. We're there to help solve their problem. It might not always be successful in finding a positive outcome, but I think it's important to reflect and remember the calls that did go well and keep those as motivation to continue to do a good job. I think as firefighters, we should talk about those calls. Did that not go well back at the station? I think it's important to have informal debriefings around the kitchen table, so that we can talk about the events that transpired. I think after talking about that kind of stuff, if you're still affected by it, I think I will talk with my senior firefighters or my captain, because we're a family and we look out for each other and we talk about things that are bugging us. I think if we can't help each other out, I think still having difficulty with it, I'm going to seek counseling from the department to get over an event. I also have a great support system at home I can rely on. My girlfriend and I are very close and we talk about things. She's a nurse and we talk about medical issues all the time. I think it's very helpful in coping with that stress by just talking about it. I think also if something's bothering me, I'm going to go out for a run or work out, because I think physical fitness is a great way to clear the mind. My biggest example is my first day volunteering on an ACAR. We won a CPR for a 2-year-old female. We did CPR for about 15, 20 minutes, and when the medics showed up, they declared the baby deceased. It was a very difficult and stressful thing to go through because the home was actually a foster care family, so we had to round up all the kids and get them outside. It affected me greatly for several days. Thought about it a lot because I'd never seen a young child like that die. Um, but I talked about it with my fellow firefighters and talked about it with family and learned to overcome that loss. But again, I think it's important to think about those positive events that happen in our lives and just use those as motivation more importantly. So that's my example of how I would cope with this.